Hi, so I just wanted to share my story about, well, it kind of sounds crazy, but I've been through braces when I was, I think 7th or 8th grade, and then I got them off at the very beginning of 9th grade, and um, then I've had clear correct a couple years ago, and now I'm about to get Damon system braces. So I just want to share my experiences with the different things, and maybe that's helpful for you, some things that happen with me that you could learn from. But when I first got seen by orthodontist to tell me that I should get braces, really my teeth are pretty straight, which I was very thankful for because I didn't really need braces. My brother and sister, they had really bad teeth and they really needed braces really bad. My brother and sister had either teeth sticking too far out, or underbite, or just some issues, and I was always wishing I had teeth like theirs because they have bigger teeth, which I think looks really nice, but they definitely needed braces. And so when I went in to first get checked by an orthodontist, they told me that my only really issue was that I had an overbite. And if you don't know what an overbite is, it's where your front teeth cover up your bottom teeth. Your bite is too far forward. And so they pretty much were saying, well, if you play sports or if you fall, then you're going to be more likely to bust your front teeth or something. And so I kept telling my parents, oh, well, I need braces, I really need them. And I don't know, I think there was a TV show like Brace Face or something on at the time, or I think I just was kind of interested in getting braces, so I kept pushing for it even though I really didn't need them, most likely. There's minor things that maybe they could have fixed, like maybe a small little gap in the front, but other than that, it was literally just my overbite mostly. So I went through that. I had the regular braces. I even had, funny colors sometimes, like bright green or black, and it's definitely interesting because I have small teeth, and so I don't think braces look particularly great. And I was also going through a lot of developmental changes, so I'm sure I looked really interesting with braces and all the changes that were going on through middle school. But I went through that, and what was interesting was that I actually had pretty straight teeth overall, like I said, but if you know how braces work, they have the brackets and then they have the wire running through, and I believe it was over a weekend, but the brackets that were hooked onto my teeth, one of them, the one on this tooth that's farther back, it came off or came loose or something, so the pressure kept on the other teeth around it, and this tooth started having less pressure, so it started moving back, like you can see. Within a day or a couple of days or however long it took me to get to the orthodontist, my teeth shifted. I don't think it was this bad at the time, but you could definitely see that this tooth shifted a little bit and it wasn't straight anymore. And so of course that's a bad thing when you get braces and you had straight teeth, but then during the process of braces that your teeth get moved, but you would think that they would make sure they move it back. And this is where it's partially my fault, so I'm not going to totally, blame the orthodontist or anything, but I was about to go do like an academic pageant, not like a full-out beauty pageant, but kind of similar, and so I was really not wanting to have braces anymore, of course. So usually people don't want to keep wearing braces, so I wanted to get them off as soon as I could. And so I was like, okay, yeah, they're good now. And I kept saying, well, yeah, it's nice if we can go ahead and get them off. If it's ready, then that'd be really great and stuff. So, sorry, my camera's shaking a lot, but I'm trying to hold it still. So I know I kept really wanting to get them off, but I feel like the orthodontist probably should have been like, well, they're not ready. We need to fix, this teeth, this issue with the teeth at the bottom, but he didn't. And so I got my braces off, and so I started out with straight teeth and mostly just an overbite, but I ended up with crooked teeth on the bottom. Not severely, again, it wasn't severe, but slightly, just ever so slightly, this tooth was off alignment with the other teeth. So again, it wasn't a huge issue, but I definitely knew it was like that, but I didn't really want to say anything because I was just ready to get my braces off. So I was like, okay, that's totally fine. I just don't have braces anymore, so that's cool. So I didn't wear, well, no, I wore my retainer. I listened to instructions. I tried to do everything right. And backtrack, I even tried so hard to get my braces off that if you have an overbite or you have to move things, then you sometimes have to wear rubber bands. So I had rubber bands somewhere over here to back here, and I would actually like double up my rubber bands to try to see if that would make it go faster. I don't know if that's okay to do or not, but I definitely did it. So I really, was trying hard to get my braces off in time, but of course it's nice if it would been done right, I guess. But so after I got my braces off, I wore my retainers and I did what I was supposed to do. I remember going to a volleyball game in 9th grade in middle school or junior high, and I even thought I accidentally threw away my retainer and I couldn't really find it. So I don't remember if it was that trip or shortly after, but I couldn't find my retainer anymore. And I was super nervous to tell my parents because I already knew braces cost money, but I didn't want to tell them that I lost my retainer. So I kept looking for it and I couldn't find it, but time just kept going by and I didn't know how much it cost to get a new retainer. So I called the retainer or the orthodontist and I was like, how much does it cost to get a new retainer? And I thought the first one was free, but I guess I don't know what I was thinking, but obviously when you get your first retainer, I don't think you have to pay anything, but in my head I was thinking if you have to have a replacement, then it's free. So when I called them secretly, I was like, how much does it cost for a new retainer? And they were like $60 per piece or something like that. I don't remember what it was at the time, which isn't super expensive when you think about it now, compared to like having teeth messed up. But I got so scared to tell my parents because I lost my retainers, so I just never said anything. So years went by without me wearing my retainers, and so there was like, it slowly started shifting. So nothing super noticeable right away, of course, but you go a while without wearing it, then things shift, and I don't have big teeth, so sorry. I don't have big teeth, so there's definitely room for movement, and so my teeth moved, And so with my teeth, what happens is my front two teeth, they stick out farther, and these teeth are a little bit set back than the rest of my teeth, and then of course this issue got worse, and I also had my wisdom teeth grow in, so I know that was pushing things around. I got them removed. I don't know how old I was, but I got 3 removed. I didn't have one of them, which was interesting, but I had my 3 wisdom teeth pulled out, not surgically removed. They were okay, so they just got pulled out by my dentist. And so I'm sure all of that moving and everything that was going on put more pressure or movement around my mouth, and so over time everything just shifted again. And I don't like, since I noticed it's moved, sometimes I've been self-conscious in pictures or things like that, at certain angles, that there's a gap in my teeth, and I noticed that it's gotten worse because this tooth sticks out farther, and so this tooth sticks out farther than this tooth. This one pushes this one out, and for a while I started having irritation. This tooth that's behind has, like, it sticks up further on towards the middle, and it was rubbing against the back of my gums, like right behind my teeth. It was rubbing, and so that wasn't fun. And then I started, even since I was younger, I don't know when this started, but I've had kind of like, if I chewed gum too much, my jaw would get sore. Well, not even too much, just if I chew gum, my jaw would get sore. So I started noticing I had a little bit of some jaw issues a long time ago. I don't know if that was during my braces, after, but so I just mostly didn't chew gum, so not too big of a deal. And so then a few years ago, let me think, I feel like, okay, I had braces, it must have been 2003 to, or 2002 to 2004. I had braces back in 7th or 8th grade till before 9th grade, and then I think it was 2012 or 2013 or something. I'd have to go back and look at my YouTube, because I actually have Corect reviews on there that I had started. But I realized, well, I would like to fix my teeth, and I know these aren't huge issues, so I talked to my dentist, who's also certified to do some orthodontics, and I've seen people get orthodontist work done by him, and you know, it looked good. So I talked to him, and I asked for advice, and I asked if I could get the Corect done, which is a version of Invisalign. It's cheaper, I think. I don't know if there's much else different, but I asked if I could get that done or if I could get braces done, and I asked for his suggestion on what I should do, or if it would be any different. And the reason I was interested in the Corect more, which most people would prefer if, you know, you can't really tell that you're getting braces work done. So, I mean, most people probably would want that, but I do acting. I did a lot of theater acting. I was a theater major as one of my degrees in my undergraduate, but I've started doing film acting and modeling and stuff like that. So I wanted to keep doors open and not have braces on, so I would be able to be more versatile for different roles. So when he said that it would cost the same amount, exact same, which I was surprised by. I thought Invisalign, Clear Correct, that kind of thing would be a lot more money, but they said, well, your insurance will cover up to $2,000 of it, which ended up being like pretty much close to half. And he said, well, either way, it'll be the same cost. And so, of course, if it's going to cost the same amount, and get the same results, then cool. So I signed up to do the I signed up to do the Clear Correct, and so you can check out my other YouTube videos, my Clear Correct reviews, that I did it only like a few of them. And so right away, the Clear Correct felt like it was working. I mean, I know progress seems to usually be slow, but it felt like it was working. It's mostly like a retainer, just clear retainers that are supposed to be moving my teeth, and since I don't seem like I have huge issues, I really thought that it was going to be okay. I noticed something sorry, I have allergies. I noticed something interesting though whenever I was about to start my treatment. Of course, usually they ask, well, what are your goals and stuff, but he kind of asked me, well, what am I interested in getting fixed? And so I thought that was just more like a general question that through assessments he would know what actually needs to be fixed, and of course just keeping in mind and making sure that, you know, I was happy with the treatment. So I basically just emphasized that I want these teeth fixed and I want the gap closed here so it's not noticeable. But I assumed that as, you know, someone who's orthodontist certified, they would make sure that what was going to be what's expected, I guess, things that need to be fixed or overbite or whatever. I didn't really look into if or Clear Correct could really fix overbites or do things like that, but I just kind of assumed that all those other things would be fixed in addition to my emphasis of what I wanted done. They had to put some little things on my teeth to fit into the retainers to help anchor, I guess, and pull. I don't know if I have those on my videos, but that was interesting. Instead of like rubber bands, I guess, they hook something onto teeth and it helps to move things. And so it wasn't really working that great, and because there's so much crowdedness here, my teeth are super tight, so it wasn't really working. So he even tried to they were ready to take it off after I had gone through all my treatments, and I was like, well, it's not really straight. And he kind of like looked at his assistant and was like, oh, it looks straight to me. No, it wasn't this bad. It was mostly straight, but again, it was back to pretty much how the orthodontist had left it. Still not straight. It was a little bit behind the other one still. And so he looked at his assistant and he was like, doesn't it look straight to you? And she's like, yeah, it looks straight to me. And I was like, no, it's not straight. It looked pretty much close to, not that different than when I came in. And so I was kind of disappointed when that was going on. Well, because also my front teeth, I still have this one sticking out farther. Still the gap. I know it's not huge things, but when I paid a lot of money to get it fixed, of course I want it done right. And so he was like, well, how about we shave in between the teeth and make more room? So I had some additional retainers or Clear Correct aligners to try to correct it, but still did not get there. And so even the top, it didn't, after the very first few, it didn't really feel like anything was changing at all. And that was pretty sad. So eventually I just kind of got frustrated and I was like, well, you know, if this is how good it's gonna get, in my head I was just like, if this is how good it's gonna be, you know, it doesn't seem like he's really interested in helping to make it, you know, more straight and doesn't really see the issues that I have, then I don't need to keep pushing it because it didn't really feel like anything was happening. So again, it was decently straight. It was all right on my front, but still not how people's teeth look when they get braces off. Like, your teeth are straight when you get your braces off. And so let's see, so I got them off, and he offered to put a permanent retainer on the bottom, even though like this tooth still was a little bit behind. But they put the retainer on the back, and it still wasn't keeping my teeth straight. I tried to like cut my retainer a little bit so it could fit over the wire, and so I tried to wear that. But even then, after I took my retainer off, the permanent retainer wasn't holding my tooth from shifting. So it wasn't this bad whenever I first got it off, but it wasn't really doing anything. It wasn't actually keeping my teeth straight, and I felt weird about having a permanent retainer, which did affect my speech a little bit. But I didn't feel like wearing a permanent retainer in my mouth if it wasn't actually keeping my teeth straight. So I asked him to take off my permanent retainer, and so I just had my wire retainer and a plastic retainer. And I really feel like the wire retainer wasn't doing anything either, because it would touch my front teeth, and it just really didn't feel very tight. And my plastic one on the bottom, I should have it, but I don't have it with me to show you. But if I put it in, even right after that, if I'd put it in and I tried to wear it like the right length and stuff for a while, as soon as I would take it out throughout the day, my teeth just shift like this. And actually not as bad, but I haven't worn it in like a week. So I got tired of wearing it all the time, because as soon as I would take it out, it would just move. And on the top, it still felt like nothing's really fixed. And then the worst part is, after my clear correct process, I started having really bad jaw pain. Like, there was times when it was almost like debilitating. It hurt so bad. I had shooting pain all the way down here, and it hurt so bad. I couldn't chew. It felt like things hurt, like shooting sharp pains, just my left side mostly. And something I would even tell him while I had my clear correct is, I feel like over the years when I didn't have my retainer, I don't know, something changed on my smile, on my bite. That's also why I got my clear correct, is I feel like I can't smile normal anymore. Let me see if you can see it. When I was resting, I feel like my jaw is not resting in place, and so I kind of have to shift my jaw and to make it rest, or to be able to talk or smile. And there's like a weird popping release sound when I do that. Not hurting anymore, but for a long time after the clear correct, it would hurt, shooting pain. But I feel like this side of my jaw doesn't rest down. But he didn't really notice an issue, so maybe it's not huge, but it definitely pops and I feel it. So everything just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel like my whole jaw sits right, which I'm sure because of the fact that they fixed my overbite and everything moved over the years. And so partially, my fault. So I understand. So I really was just hoping that everything would be fixed with the clear correct, and I'm super disappointed. And that, I don't know if that's with clear correct or with the dentist who's certified to do orthodontics, which I've heard issues with. They're not like specialized in orthodontics, so that it's usually better to just go to someone certified. I mean, not certified, he's certified, but who's specialized in orthodontics, who has lots of experience, because I really wish he would have just recommended braces to fix things rather than clear correct, because I wasted over $2,000, I think, and all that time, when now I've gotten further into my acting career, and I actually am about to get braces again, just to do a final, like, okay, just a final fix, and to hopefully help my jaw, to help my smile, to make this tooth not rub under the back, to make it straighter. When I take pictures or talk, then this tooth isn't so visible that it's messed up. I know it's not huge issues, guys. I have first world problems, but just my frustrations. So I'm so thankful that it worked out to be able to have insurance to help cover this time, this last time. Hopefully, I don't think I want to go through all this again, but I found an orthodontist different than my other orthodontist that I got back in junior high. So this is a whole new orthodontist, and he even like took some discount off because I've been through this before. So I felt really silly that I've been through all this like this before, but I hope that it'll all turn out right this time. And I'm sad that I even have to get braces again, because I hope it doesn't really hinder the acting opportunities that I have, and modeling and all that stuff. Hopefully in the long run it's going to be beneficial, and it's going to be corrected the way I wish. But even he said all these things are super minor, so I hope it won't take too long, and I hope that it will just actually be done right. That's my real hope, that it'll just be done for good. But now I'm 27 and I'm about to get braces again, and this time it's actually not the one with, I hope on the website it sounded like they do the Damon brackets instead of the regular brackets where you have to put the rubber band on, which caused this issue. So hopefully it's going to go well, but I've heard good things about the Damon system. I think that's how you say it. The Damon Self Litigating system. So it's supposed to go faster, and it also doesn't have to use the rubber bands, and so they also look a little bit less bold, I guess. So with my small teeth, I hope that it won't look so horrible having braces. And it's funny because I teach high school and they already think that I look young, and when I've worn my retainers to school, they already make comments about it and say that I already look young. So having braces or things like that makes me look even younger, I guess. But we'll see how that goes. And I actually just went in to get my spacers, or what was the other word? I think they called it, separators. I've always heard them called spacers, but my separators in today. So I don't know if you can see them, and I'm sure that was gross. I don't think you want to look at my mouth, but so those blue rubber band things got put in there to make room for the braces, that the things they put around your teeth at the back. And I don't know if you could even see them when I did that, but they're little blue rubber bands. There's 2 over here, 2 over here, 2 on top this side, 2 on top this side, and it actually hurt when she put them in, and she was like, oh, it's really tight, and I was like, yeah, because it was hurting a bit when she was putting them in there. They have to like stretch the rubber band out and wiggle it to get into the spaces of your teeth, and I have it's super tight in there. So they're in there. It feels like there is meat stuck between my teeth, and so we'll see how it goes. And yeah, so if you want to stay updated on my braces this time, then stay tuned. You can subscribe if you want. Check me out on Instagram or Snapchat at Hannah Kyong, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.